Whoa, what's going on, everybody? It is your man. It is the guy. It is the gobbler. Your boy, Pat from Ambler, is in the house with you. And, you know, I just want to, I'm listening to Mike talk. I'm listening to the whole wide world. I've been listening for quite some time, watching my Phillies. That's right, the Phils fighting. And I gotta be honest, I'm excited. I know a lot of people haven't been excited, which is weird. They're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, and they shouldn't. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Phillies tonight. Obviously, that's going to be the main topic. I want to talk about summer. Summer, just let alone, it is the first day of summer, and I just don't feel like people have the juice for it. Even though here in Philly, it hasn't really been feeling like summer. It's been up and down. And I'm also going to talk with Water Dogs because I feel like this team needs to be talked about. This team needs to be talked about. They should be talked about. They're playing good lacrosse right now. We should get involved talking lacrosse. And like I said, like I mentioned, I'm very happy with this lacrosse team. Very, very happy. But like I said, let's talk about the Phillies. Let's talk about a big win. Let's talk about the Phillies taking 3 out of 4 from the Marlins. And I get it. A lot of people are like, oh, who are the Marlins, right? Yeah, you did the job. You did the job. This team is doing the job. They're handling business. Oh, that's in my phone there. They are handling business on the road, tonight at home. And listen, the Mets have now lost 7 straight. I don't know what's going on in Mets world. But they are quickly, the New York Mets have fallen into not just the injury bug, but they have now fell into quicksand. Now they lost 7 straight. Now they sit behind the Philadelphia Phillies. And they have more questions than answers. But right now, how can you be mad with the Phillies? Like, again, I get it. I understand. We all anticipate when the other shoe is going to drop with this Phillies team. As you saw tonight, like their whole season was in a nutshell tonight. Right? You saw how this team kind of, again, playing good small ball. Someone in the offense gets things rocking and rolling. Someone from the pen lets things get hairy, and so forth. But you don't again, like I said, I don't know what to get from Philadelphia Phillies fans. I don't. It's a decent team. They're an older squad, and they're handling business. And like I said, I'm happy. I'm happy from what I see with the Philadelphia Phillies. They're a good team. They took a good couple wins. Now, before I get started, because there's a couple of things I want to point out. Like I said, I watched this game along with everybody else. Good big win. Good win. But ultimately, what is this Phillies team going to do at the deadline? With the trade deadline now quickly approaching, what are the Philadelphia Phillies going to do? What's going to be their moves? So our man Star Wars kicks it off tonight. What's up, dog? He goes, what about the Phillies game? What about it, Star Wars? Star Wars, talk to me, dog. They're looking good. They're looking good. This Phillies team is looking great. I mean, again, big time win against a rival opponent. Taiwan Walker lets things get hairy. I don't know what to make of Taiwan Walker. He's so up and down. It's really scary. I mean, you tell me. What do you make of this? What do you make? Uh, it's a huge win. It's a nice win. They win 10-2 at home on Apple TV. So if you guys didn't see tonight's Phillies game, it was on Apple TV. So it is what it is. But I meant again, Phillies Mets all weekend on national televised games, all televised games. Star Wars says small ball wins games. Yes, it does. And you saw it tonight. And I want to talk because started with none of the other than Brandon Marsh. Again, how about Brandon Marsh, right? A guy who we written off, a guy who we were tired of seeing up in this lineup. And maybe that's someone they could potentially move on from. But look, he goes 3 for 4, makes timely hitting, singles. He was aggressive at the plate. Like Brandon Marsh played extremely, extremely well. How can you be mad with that? He played extremely well. And then how about in the 7th where he gets him and Trey Turner were back-to-back doubles. This is where the 7th inning is where this game kind of went off the rails for the Mets. Because you got timely hitting from Brandon Marsh, Trey Turner, Alec Bohm, Castellanos got a walk, Bryson Stott had a double. Like it became, like you said, Star Wars, small ball, small ball, small ball, small ball. But it's like it does scare you. It does have you alert. And credit to Rob Thompson tonight. Credit to Topper. Just looked like when Taiwan Walker was going to allow things to get hairy, and it didn't look like things were going to get ugly for this Phillies team. He yanked them right out of the water. He yanked them right out. Brought in Tanner Banks. He was not going to let this team fall off the tracks. I mean, this was a well displayed offensive game tonight. JT Realmuto with a couple hits tonight. You know, everyone in this lineup kind of contributed. It was really good to see. You know? Mike Peppernick says, I still want Crawford over Marsh. And listen, you're more than right. I want Crawford up here too. But for what you got, and as of late, in the last week, Brandon Marsh has been clicking. I don't know what for him that he hit a wall or something along the way, but he's come up big. He came up big in the Cub series. He's coming up big in some clutch hits, and now he comes up big in this Mets series. Like he goes 3 for 4 tonight. Like Brandon Marsh has come up huge. Like I mentioned, we all didn't want Marsh here. I don't know if we could say that now. Brandon Marsh has made some nice timely hitting. Like I said, he hit a wall. Brandon Marsh hit a wall. There's no doubt about it. He wasn't making great contact. Him or Rojas, you could flip a coin. Who would you rather have in the lineup on a day-to-day basis? But right now, he's got the hot bat. Like he stepped up in that Cubs series. He's made some timely hitting in this Marlins series. And now it's carried over 3 for 4 tonight against the Mets. Ricky's watching. Thank you, Ricky. Mike Papkin says Robbie should have left Wheeler in the start the sixth, even with 97 pitches, as Wheeler was still pitching strong. So, in my opinion, Robbie bumbled that. Robbie bumbled that up by bringing in Walker, so Robbie gets no cred. He eventually got bowed out. Oh, come on, man. Peppernick. I expect better from you. Come on, let go. And I agree. I think Wheeler could have went 6 innings. I definitely think Zach Wheeler could have went 6 innings tonight. He was looking like the beginning of this game. He didn't look like he had great command of the sinker and slider. But then again, I think some of the pitches he throws is all part of his game plan. Like he dials up the perfect fastball. He paints the corners with the fastball. He throws a knuckle curl in there. He throws a cutter in there. Like he's got a variety of pitches that he throws that these batters that they go chasing. 8 Ks tonight for Zach Wheeler. Like Zach Wheeler stepped up huge. Brandon Marsh stepped up huge on the offensive side of the ball. Alec Bohm has made a nice put the nail in the coffin tonight. Trey Turner always finds a way. And like Trey Turner didn't have a great start tonight. He had a K. You know, he wasn't making some great strides in this game, but he eventually started clicking, just like the rest of his lineup. So should I be excited that the Phillies won big tonight? Or there's serious issues that are going on with the Mets? Because now they've hit 7 straight losses. Mets fans must be freaking out up there. What's going on with their baseball team? It was like the drop off of the Knicks has found themselves dropping off with the Mets. And like I said, I don't know what to make of the New York Mets. But man, it does. Like I said, the starting rotation of this Phillies team is there for you. Like it's scary good. It's scary good, and I don't know where you can add Aaron Nola into this lineup at this point. I get it. He's eventually going to have to come back, but where? You know the old saying, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Maybe you can, if you're hoping for some kind of optimistic thing from Aaron Nola, you could take out Jose Alvarado because he's been a roller coaster as of late. Plug him into the back part of the lineup. Hopefully he gets success there. And hopefully he can turn things around. But I much rather, because that has been scary. But again, if he could get back on track, like he's pitching the first 2 months of baseball, showing you why he was the number one, why he got the nod to start on opening day. But I mean, again, Wheeler, Sanchez, Suarez, those guys are stepping up. Like Sanchez and Suarez have stepped up amazingly. Christopher Sanchez does not have a fastball in his repertoire, but he'll hit you with the sweeper, sinker, curveball, changeup. He'll deliver all those and paint the strike zone with it. And then you got Ranger Suarez looking like his old self again, looking like a machine on the mound that's just constantly pounding the strike zone. So that's where I'm happy. But Aaron Nola, man, like if he's been pitching through an injury, he's been trying to figure things out mentally. I don't know where they can plug and play him right now. I don't. Like I said, hopefully he'll get back into a swing of things. Even when I look at the offense, like people may think I'm nuts. I don't even want Bryce Harper in the lineup right now. Like this team is clicking on all cylinders on the small ball. Look at all the strides that this team has made. And we know Bryce Harper getting back into this lineup can add a few things, can add to the long ball. But do I really want him in there? Because we all know his strikeout ratio could be high at some times. There's times where he hits a rough patch himself. Like you could rely on Trey Turner, you could rely on Alec Bohm. Right now, it looks like you could rely on Brandon Marshall on that bottom part of the lineup. And this is what you wanted. You're getting strides from the top part of the lineup with you're getting great contact from Trey Turner and Alec Bohm at the top part of the lineup. You're getting some long balls you're getting from Kyle Schwarber. Then you work the bottom part of the lineup. Stott is starting to come around a little bit. Brandon Marsh is making great contact. I mean, this is what you want from this Phillies baseball team. Small ball, small ball, small ball. And you're getting a lot of W's out of it. A lot of W's. Let's go back to the chat. So my man Star Wars goes, how amazing was this? This is a play this is a play we will be talking about for years to come. Phillies lead the NL East. How about that? How about the Phillies back on their high horse? The Phillies back on top of the mountain. On top of the mountain. With small ball contact. They're sweeping the like I said, I don't know what's going on in Mets. And by the way, I don't know if anyone knows, PM and the AM is going to have the Pudgy Boys join me and Mike Lauro. So we're going to find out, what in the world is going on up there. Honorable mention Stott, who went 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs and 2 walks, and Cassie, who went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs and a home run. That's what I'm saying. And I still feel like there's a lot of fans that are still in disbelief of this Phillies team. And I don't get it. Why do we have to wait for the other shoe to drop to enjoy this baseball team? Yes, does the bullpen get themselves in a hairy situation at times? Absolutely. But this Phillies team has no quit in them. Sure. They hit a rough patch. Sure, they need that kick in the pants after getting embarrassed in Pittsburgh by the Pirates. Sure. But they turned things around. The elevator is now going up. And we could be okay with it. And we should be okay with it as Phillies fans. I love the things that they're doing. Like I mentioned, the top part of the baseball lineup, you're getting great contact from Trey Turner and Alec Bohm. Kyle Schwarber is in there to mix up a home run here and there. The meat of this lineup, JT Realmuto making great contact as of late. Nick Castellanos is there working the pitchers, then making great contact, whether it's long ball, whether it's a double. And then you go to the bottom part of the lineup: Stott, Marsh. So this team is hitting 1 through 9. Yeah, again, it's like the 22 World Series run. Someone's going to get cold, but also when someone's getting cold, someone's getting very hot. And that's how this offense has been working for the last 3 years. And I love this Phillies baseball team. But man, oh man. So where are you guys with this Phillies baseball team? Where are you? What do you think Dave Dombrowski is eventually going to do? That's going to be the big question. Mike Papernick checking in. He goes, this small ball, hopefully will last, but not with Robbie running the show. Why? I don't get it. I don't get it there, Mike Papernick. Why? Like, what's that got to do with Rob Thompson? Did he not fix the problem tonight? When Taijuan Walker came into the game and allowed 2 back-to-back home runs from the Polar Bear and Jeff McNeil, did he not fix the problem then, right then and there? He yanked him right out of the water. Said, here, sit down, Taijuan Walker. You're done. Give me the baseball. Give him the old slap on the knish and tell him, here, sit down. You're done. As we all know, Mr. Analytical, Rob, that analytics will always win out. I think that's became baseball, bro. But like I said, I'm happy with this Phillies team. You gotta be. Until Dave Dombrowski makes a move. Again, who do you want to coach his baseball team? Like, I heard Mike talk to you. I heard Mike talk to you, Papernick. Do you want Kevin Long to coach his baseball team? Because they don't think outside the box. They stay indoors. Dusty Baker, what do you want? Do you want me, Mike? Who do you want? The Philly Fanatic coaches team? I think Topper is doing a decent job. If I got to be honest with you, up until this point, I think Topper has gotten a B plus. I'm not going to go with an A. I'm not going to go with an A plus, but I think a B plus is fair to give Rob Thompson. Sure, has he made some bonehead decisions? But look at him from day one, right? What did everybody was calling for the last couple of years? They wanted Kyle Schwarber in cleanup duty. Okay, now he's in the cleanup duty. I mean, everybody wanted Taijuan Walker out of the starting rotation. Guess where he's at? Coming out of the bullpen. You're asking for questions. He's answering them. He's giving the fans what they want. I think, to be honest there, Mr. Patrick, I think you owe that man an apology. I mean, right away, when we were losing against the Pirates, it was Rob Thompson's fault. It wasn't Rob Thompson's fault. Well, I just don't get, why does he need to get the thorn bushes ASAP? Yes, this team has been backpedaling for the last 3 years. I get it. But you got to remember, this is the same guy who took a team that was 12 games out of first place and turned them into a World Series contender. And he's doing minor tweaks along the way. And now look, right? He was bouncing back and forth. Who was going to be the leadoff man? Stott, Trey Turner, Stott, Trey Turner, Stott, Trey Turner. He solved that problem real fast. Trey Turner's got the job. Alec Boehm was struggling. Do you know what he did? He sent Alec Boehm to the bottom part of the lineup to get his head right. And now the guy's a hitting machine. Guess what? He's back on the top part of the lineup, and he's still making great contact. So we can't always look at Rob Thompson to be the issue with this Phillies team. Sometimes it's the players. Sometimes they just got to make the adjustments. And he makes adjustments where he sees fit. I think he's done a great job with this team. So yes, for everyone out there, I am Patrick Bernard. I am on It's a Wrap Sports right here, late nights. For all you night owls out there, come join the show. I am on Facebook. I am on YouTube. I am on Twitter. I am on TikTok. But again, this Philadelphia Phillies team making great strides forward. Here we go. What does Kaepernick got to say now? Oh, come on. Robbie gets a D. This team has lost his pennant. Get smoked in the last season playoffs. Everybody is still living in off the Phillies getting to the World Series 3 years ago. Listen, I'm not saying that. Pat, are the Phillies making the World Series? Don't know. In the NL right now, if I had to look at it, they have a real decent shot. I can't see a team putting them away in the series. Mets look like they're lost. To be honest, the Mets are the only team that kind of scares me. And now with them, look like they're playing without a clue. We have the Dodgers number. I can see this team making it to the World Series. For sure. To beat this Phillies team in the series, it's not going to. If the Phillies stay on top of the mountain in the NL, who could beat them in a series? Who could beat this team in a series? I can't see it happening. And this team's only going to get healthier. This team's only going to get better. Topper will figure it out. Topper for sure will figure it out. But I also want to talk about too, and I don't want to lose concentration. Look, today's the first day of summer. Like right now, right? We're all chilling, hanging on social media. You could chill out on your porch. Just listen to the crickets cricking. You know, if you're a smoker, you're just having that cigarette. You're gackioning with the next door neighbor, maybe having like a late coffee. Just chilling about life. Like yes, summer out of all the season is my favorite. I can't stand winter. I don't love it. The fall because of the pretty much you get all like October is my favorite month because you get all 5 teams out there playing. But I mean, as far as summer, man, I love summer. Like summer is such a great season. It's unbelievable. Like you can't wait to get to the pool. You can't, back in at least in the 90s. I mean, you can always go to the mall and chill. You know what I mean? Again, go to the pool. You plan summer vacation trips. You don't plan winter vacation trips. Well, you do, but I mean, it's not as great as the summer ones. Like summer's the best season. I love it. Mike Kaepernick is also checking in. He goes, we all said the last playoffs, the Mets had no chance, and Topper would never figure it out. how to win the playoffs series. So let's put out our confidence on Robinson this season. Yeah. Listen, man. Again, we've seen this Phillies team falling apart from that Oakland A series when they got mopped up here, when they lost 18-3, something like that. This team was never the same. It's like the 2023 Eagles when they had a fluky 10 wins under their belt and then they hit a wall and they fell apart. The same thing happened with the Phillies. But this year's different. And maybe they're due to go back to the World Series. Mike, I mean, you keep on telling me about the Mets, and Mets look lost right now at this current state. They look lost. They got a stacked team, 1-9. Their bullpen's just as bad a suspect as ours. So where do you go from here? Yes, this team is not hitting the long ball like they were 3 years ago. But they are splitting the gap. They're going right up the middle. They are finding holes in that outfield to place the ball. And that's what you want from this Phillies team. Guys are hitting 1-9. The top part of it, the meat of it, and the bottom part of it is all making great contact. Trey Turner, Alec Bohm, stepping up, crushing the ball right now. Castellanos, working pitchers. You have Kyle Schwarber. If he ain't crushing the ball, he's drawing walks. And then you get guys like Bryson Stott, Marsh, who finally turned the page, who finally turned things around, are just doing their job. And some people may need to look at that getting put in that 8th and 9th hole as a good thing. Take the pressure off yourself. And find key hits. So yeah, like I said, lots going on with this Phillies team. Like I said, this Phillies team really made great contact tonight during the 7th inning, and they took that Mets team to the woodshed tonight. They took them to the woodshed, 10-2, 10-2, and now you took over the NL, back on top of the mountain. It feels good to say that. And the Mets now have lost 7 straight. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Who cares what the Mets have to do? Let's keep on winning. Let's keep this thing going. So, like I said, I got the Phillies on the table tonight. Like I said, tonight's the first night of summer. And if you have a good summer memory, maybe of a road trip, like I said, summer to me is the best season. Fresh out of school, there's no school. Oh, man. Travel with your family, going down the shore, run down the Wildwood, getting yourself a pizza. I mean, there's just was so many good things. And then, of course, I'm talking about is this Water Dogs team. Because the dogs are barking, and this is a Philly versus New York weekend. Because they got to take on the Atlas tomorrow. The New York Atlas. And one of the problems that the Philadelphia Wings are going to have, well, like I said, 2-1 right now. Mike Sowers is doing a great job just surveying the field, seeing which one of his teammates are open. And he's taken everything that the opposing defense has thrown at him, and he's making them pay the piper for it. And I love it. Whether he's reading the surveying the field from behind their net, whatever. He's finding guys down low to cause havoc. I love what Michael Sowers is doing. Michael Sowers, 17 points, leading the PLL. Leads the PLL in assists with 14 assists. Think about that. Like, this kid's a monster. And he's really not even finding the back of net. Like, he doesn't need to. The Water Dogs have not one, not two, but three really, really good scoring options. Like, the New York Outlets are going to have their hands full. And listen, I'm usually the guy who fears a New York team. Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry. One out. Okay, one out. I'm back. But yeah, summer, man. Mike Papernick goes, my summer's memories are going to New York, going to Wildwood. And listen, that's what a lot of people like to do. They like to chill at Wildwood. They like to relax. You know, but like I said, when I look at this Philadelphia Water Dogs team, again, Mike Sowers, he's not scoring goals. He's surveying the field. He's taking what the opposing defenses are thrown at him. Whether it's a 2-on-1 situation, whether it's a mismatch situation, he's reading and taking what he's getting from these opposing defenses. And he doesn't have to score goals. He's got not one, not two, but three scoring options. And Cameron McCardle, Thomas McVeigh, and Jake Taylor. Like, think about that. Connor McCradle, 8 goals, tied for first. Thomas McVeigh, 8 goals, tied for first. Jack Taylor, 7 goals. So he doesn't have to really, Mike Sowers doesn't need to, like I said, I mean, occasionally, now listen, if he gets a mismatch and he feels like he can score in transition, he's going to take that shot. But the Water Dogs are barking right now in Philly. The Water Dogs are barking. Like I said, 2-on-1. They're going to face off against this New York Atlas team. Now, listen, New York Atlas, again, they have somebody you have to keep your eye on. Other than Colin Schellenberg, who, oh, come on, man. Who are the Water Dogs? It's the Philadelphia PLL. It's the lacrosse. Check them out tomorrow on ABC there, Mr. Papernick. Who are the Atlas? That's their New York team. You got, if you like lacrosse, I'm telling you, check it out. But like I said, the Philadelphia Water Dogs have to keep their eye out, not on just on Connor Schellenberger, but a man that just knows how to torture Philadelphia lacrosse teams, and that's Jeff Teat. That guy is a playmaker. He's scary good. You got to keep your eyes on that cat at all times. Because if you don't, you make one little mistake against him, he's going to make you pay the piper. He's going to make you pay the piper. And he's been a pain and a thorn, not just to the Water Dog side, but the Wing side. So all year around, he's tortured Philadelphia lacrosse teams across the board. But like I said, this Water Dogs team this year, they're barking, and they're barking big time. Mike Sowers, he just takes his time. He surveys the field, finds someone down low. He draws a 2-on-1 situation. He takes what the opposing defenses are giving to him, and he delivers a great, great scoring opportunity, whether it's for Cameron McCardle, whether it's for Thomas McVeigh, whether it's for Jake Taylor. Like, those guys are coming up big, down low, and causing havoc. But this Water Dogs team at some point needs to start throwing the rock from outside. They need to start coming up with 2-point shots. They need to. Mike Peppernick goes, I have no clue what you're talking about. So you have a good night, and as usual, this was a good show. Well, Mike Peppernick, I want to say thank you. But you know what? It's never too late to learn new tricks. So I advise you, if you have no plans for tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Water Dogs, New York Atlas on ESPN, national televised game. Check out the Philadelphia Water Dogs. Check them out. You may start barking at home. I wouldn't steer you wrong, my friend. Never have. But yeah. And another thing they're going to have to look out for, too, is this Water Dogs team. A kid I've seen win a NCAA championship here. It's Liam Enterman. That kid is a sensational goalie. Love that kid. I mean, like I said, I personally witnessed that kid win a championship here. But also, at the faceoff circle, another familiar face, Trevor Batiste. They're going to have to keep their eye on. So again, and it all depends if Danny Logan comes back for New York Atlas. How much is he going to have to play a role? But we're going to find out come tomorrow. We're going to find out. And again, if you're just joining the show, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, I'm talking about Phillies. I'm talking about the Water Dogs. I'm talking about your nights of summer. I'm talking about good nights too, man. I'm talking about just couldn't wait to get to the pool, whether it's a public, private, having your own big pool out back. I mean, is it me or is it the summer the best season to be around? Like, I love the summer. Summer's great. It's the best season. I know, like my wife, she loves winter. She's a winter weirdo. She can stay indoors, just chill, read her books. But me, nah, I'm summer. I even like all my childhood, just couldn't wait to get outside, play with my friends, trade baseball cards. You go over Pogs back in the early 90s. If anybody grew up in the 90s, go to play Pogs with your buddies. Get the latest, hottest Sega or Super Nintendo game. It's coming out. The movies, it's not even the same anymore. Like, I don't have the urge. That's the one thing about the summer that kind of stinks. Like, I don't have the urge to run to the movies no more, to the movie theater. Like, I used to have the urge, man. Every summer, I wanted to go see one blockbuster movie that was going to be the big thing. And no. I had plans for tomorrow. Mike Peppernick says, I had plans for tomorrow. as I will be with my grandson who is 6 years old playing. Oh, that's awesome. Well, enjoy your day, Mr. Papernick. Enjoy your day with your grandson. But yeah, for anyone out there, again, just tune into the program. Look, tell me about your summer nights. I mean, you can't tell me like winter is better than summer. There's no way, no shot, no chance. Spring's like a little appetizer of it. But no, keep me with my summers. I love summer. Could swim all day long, chill in the pool. Great stuff. Good stuff. But let's get back to sports here. Let's get back to this War Dogs team. That is, like I said, it's crazy that the teams of the summer teams, Phillies, Water Dogs, Union, all in first place. All in first place right now. Like that's such a big plus. Because I'm pretty sure, Pavnik, if you're still watching, like how many summers did you spend suffering with a bad Phillies team? Like those nights suck when your baseball team stinks. But now, not just the Phillies, we have the Water Dogs, we have the Union are playing great. So if you're a lacrosse fan, if you're a soccer fan, if you're me and just love your Philadelphia teams and support them all, I mean, this is a good time right now. It's a decent summer. My man Papernick goes, my summer nights at the Roosevelt Mall or at the river on the Wyndham Ave. Oh, yes. I took plenty of walks up to, not there, but the Mayfair Shopping Center, Mr. Papernick, because I grew up by the Tacony Bridge. So, man, growing up early 90s, summertime, going down the Dev Road pool, then you just line up and start playing some stickball. Those are some good times. Some good times back in the early 90s. I know, like, guys who are a little younger than me were start to venture off and start playing Pokemon. Like, that was the big thing at one point in summer. I want to say early 2000s. People were trading off Pokemon cards. But like I said, I want to, like I said, the Philadelphia Water Dogs can pick up a W tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, I don't know how far of a ride this game is going to be in Baltimore. So I don't know if they can find themselves taking care of the New York Atlas, because New York Atlas is a team that can't hold their foot on the gas pedal for long. They start out great with a great drive. But they're coming to every red light. The brakes are always on, and the Water Dogs could do something about it, and they have an opportunity tomorrow to do it. So yes, tomorrow is Philly versus New York Day. And I want to play a little game since there's only a couple minutes left in the show. And I would like to play us. Who is your most despised New York athlete as a Philadelphian? Now I could go. I'm always going to go to the football route. There's always Eli Manning. Eli Manning was just a gamer, though. Jeremy Shockey, it would have to rank up there. I gotta push her. Mike Papernick goes, are the Water Dogs soccer or lacrosse? They would be lacrosse. The Philadelphia Union would be The Philadelphia Union would be soccer. But again, most despicable New York athlete as a Philadelphian I could think of would have to be Jeremy Shockey. Now, people will probably tell me, you know, they'll probably go down the New York Rangers Avenue. I mean, there's so many. And it's been such a great rivalry between Philly and New York. It is. Mike Pepperton goes, I despise every New York Mets player of all time. Wow. Wow. Would you go as far as Mike Piazza there, Peppernick? Local product? Would you go as far as Piazza? Curious. So I know a lot of cats in this neck of the woods love themselves some Mike Piazza. Just throwing it out there. You know, it's a Norristown native, Mike Piazza. But anyway, guys, look, I'm about to wrap up the show. For all you late night Avengers, I will be back on tomorrow for the fight finals. I will have you covered. And then I am on Sunday morning with me, Al, Mike Lauro. And wow, he says, I despise Piazza also. Oh, man, you're a tough cat. But again, got a lot more going on. I appreciate everyone on TikTok checking in. This is your boy, Pat Bernard. Thank you, Mr. Papanek. Appreciate you, sir, for always chiming in with me, even on this late night Friday night. But anyway, guys, have a great night. Stay healthy. Go Phils. We'll catch you tomorrow afternoon. See you guys.